Well, happy Mother's Day. It's Sunday, May 10th, 2020. Um, Journal 337, probably somewhere around T+405. Um, this is yesterday's post today. This is the post that I struggled with. It's a manifestation of what happens when you attempt to capture the very essence of business, small business particularly, in its most basic elements, and you try and do that in 300 words. Not so easy to do. It's what I struggled with yesterday in a clarification of thought, the blog that I wrote and posted yesterday. It goes to the heart of the nature of business and the realization, the recognition that business is problems. I mean, it's nothing more or less than that. And it has to do with the fact that those problems are those which you cannot solve or choose not to solve yourself. They're problems that are going to require someone else to intervene, someone else to get involved. And the reason it's important to solve those problems is because problems cause pain. And the pain varies depending on the nature of the problem. The more intense the problem, the more severe the pain, the more likely whoever it is that's enduring that pain, experiencing that pain, will want to get rid of it. And in that is the realization that there's a continuum of pain from mild to severe extreme. And that the perceived value of solving that problem, of the solution to that problem, is going to go ahead and impact whatever the cost involved is in eliminating the problem and eliminating the pain associated with it. More pain, the more cost. And it's important that we recognize that because it has a lot to do with the nature of the relationship that exists between the service provider and the person seeking service. And it's important to understand that relationship, whether you're the provider, especially if you're the provider, or you are the recipient of those goods and services. Perhaps because the very nature of business, this notion of pain and problems, have a lot to do with promises as well. The promise of the service provider to address the problem and provide a solution in a timely, efficient, effective manner, thereby eliminating the pain. And to some degree, you have to recognize the fact that it's optimistic. It's optimistic on the part of the service provider to believe that they can do that. Hopefully, it's not just optimistic. It's their assumption that they can do it is based upon their capability, their capacity, training, tools, technology, technicians, whatever, regardless of what it is. It doesn't matter whether it's your vehicle that needs servicing and you have a problem with that. You bring it into the shop in the hope that they will be able to find it and fix it. So on the part of the service seeker, it's optimistic. And I can tell you with over 52 years in the automotive service industry, there are times when it's optimistic and, on the part of the service provider to suggest that they can find the solution find it quickly in an efficient and effective manner. It's also important to recognize that pain exists on a continuum. The nature of the problem is responsible for the level of pain. The greater, more severe the problem is, the more severe and acute the pain is, the more interested the service seeker will be in eliminating the source of that pain. I'm not sure that there's any organism on the planet that enjoys pain, regardless of how masochistic you might be. So you have these three elements that are existing simultaneously. You have a problem that needs to get solved. You have a problem that's causing pain, which demands a solution on two different levels. First, the nature of the problem itself. Second, the fact that it's the cause of discomfort. You have the promise of a life without either the pain or the problem, or a life with neither the pain nor the problem. And that promise is important. It's important to recognize the courage involved on the part of a service seeker to bring any kind of a problem to someone, a small business owner, especially for the first time, not knowing whether or not they're going to be skillful enough, or whether or not the shop will be able to, or the company will be able to adequately address the problem or the pain. It's also going to be optimistic on the part of the service provider to suggest that regardless of what the problem is or how painful it is, they're going to be able to go ahead and eliminate it. Now, based on experience, and the quality of the people that are there, that may not be the case. It may be, ultimately, there may be all kinds of great reasons for confidence involved in that. And certainly if you have a relationship with the service provider, regardless of what it is they do, and they've done it for you before, that confidence builds as time goes on, and the interaction, continues to occur on a regular basis, and then confidence and becomes deeper and deeper and deeper, and that relationship becomes more richer and more robust. The issue here is that you've got a problem, you've got pain, you've got promises, and if you don't do your due diligence as a consumer and seek out the source of your solution carefully, the only thing that you're left with are prayers. And, the fact of the matter is, prayers may not, it's not likely that they will ever be adequate to get your problem resolved, to get your problem solved, and to eliminate the pain. Especially now, especially in this time as we recover from the pandemic and businesses struggle to reinvent themselves. And that doesn't matter whether it's a beauty shop, an electrician, plumber, contractor, automotive service repair. It doesn't matter what the nature of that small business is. It's going to require work on everyone's part to fuel this recovery and find our way out of this. It's going to be unfamiliar territory. Don't misunderstand me. I have every confidence that we'll be able to do it. I just have every confidence, equally have every confidence that it's going to take imagination, creativity, effort, and work on all of our parts. In the meantime, stay focused, stay safe, stay well, stay home, and take care.